Ma systems ambiri amene timagwisa ntchito ku Malawi kunoko, they are not built by Malawians. A lot of systems that we have, like in the government systems, kuma ministries osiyana-siyana, they are not systems that have been built by Malawians, that have been developed by Malawians. But does it mean we don't have people that can do that here?
I think we do.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. We do have a lot of technicians, a lot of IT gurus, a lot of experts, people that have started their own IT companies right here in Malawi. They are developing right here in Malawi. They are going even out there. Like kumapeza zodi akupanga set up like companies in the neighboring countries, which means other people somewhere, they have trusted them, they can do the job, okay? So we're talking about the system that was built by some people, technobrain people. They came, they developed that system. Another good is a system which whenever said now antu ajatita houses odi tukutesa whatever the agreement and all that, but you have to give us a system. Antu aja muli press release mena analemba nanena kuti we handed over everything.
Talking about Zama passport, it brings me back to antu atu amerumiza ku Israel. How are they going to go to Israel and takufunika passport?
Where we need 100,000 people to go to Israel. System yatu ili down.
Which means these people need to wait.
Are
they going to fly without passport?
Immigration had to see who print a passport. Ah, my God.
I don't even know if
it's allowed.
But I already said, I think it's...
Somebody help us. Let's be honest, my guy. Let's be honest. Okay? We've been crying, and there's a high rate of unemployment, poverty, chanchani avuta ku Malawi, a lot of youth is kupeza ntchito and all that. Now, there comes an opportunity. God is like, oh, my children, you've cried, and I've heard your cry. I'm bringing my child Israel to you. Israel should employ you. And look what Malawi is doing. Data lost at immigration.
And they're
not able to print passport. How are you going to take this opportunity then?
Hello, beautiful people. It's another podcast right here on Podcastmalawi, and you're with me, Ngugi International. And of course, I have my lovely co-host.
It's a serious room, so you're with me today, Cardinal Henry.
Cardinal Henry in the building. As always. How are you, my brother?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. How are you?
Good too.
Look good? You always look good. I always talk about that.
I'm great.
Okay.
I think I woke up feeling good today.
Yeah, feeling good, feeling tired?
No.
You
good.
Not tired?
How can being tired can associated with good?
Okay, all right.
I think that's not good when you're
It's
so
not
tired. You need to be at a good place where it's
now,
like,
sometimes you can
I have
feel
some energy.
you can feel good, but the tiredness that is the result of some goodness. All right. It's an emergency meeting.
Yeah.
It's an emergency meeting.
Woo! But anyway, this is a major meeting.
Yeah.
Podcast where we get to talk about different diverging issues that are happening in the country.
Of course.
And yeah, pretty much not just Malawi, but we're having more Malawi content. So we always gotta focus on what's home first. And yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it is.
And we've just seen Kuti, there's drama. I think every time the front page imabwelesa drama. Don't you think so? Every news that's on the front page is very dramatic.
I saw Janina Aget, this other guy alikuchaina nkulu yamakonda kusokosa pa social media kwambiri. Amayankhula how corrupt is the journalism industry.
Like where or in general?
I think in Malawi, which is kind of west, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Where you pay, but you should be up there, or you pay, but you should not be up there.
Yeah, that's kind of
so
true.
If you're up there with a scandal, it means it's una bechere zambiri.
Or maybe you thought you were hiding, but they've caught you.
No.
They've caught you. The investigative journalists did their job and they've caught you.
Hey, that should not be on. That should not go out.
But I mean, it would be really shocking to find a story about you and you didn't know about it.
Yeah, that is if you're a nobody in life.
Yeah.
It only happens if you're a nobody in life.
But
where you wake up and then you find yourself on the front page and be like, how did this happen?
What? How?
Yeah, it only happens when you're a nobody. Because when you're a somebody, before they did that, they'll come to you.
But then also it's supposed to be like that. You have to know, because as a journalist, you need to get both side of the story. So if it's my story, obviously you need to ask me or the other people involved
of
course.
What's
going on before you just publish it. So balance and fairness. That's where balance and fairness.
How about telling me I'm gonna like post a story about you on a front page? How do you want it to be like?
To appear?
Is it? Are you?
I'm sure.
Are you, what is that? What is that?
But I don't know. But anyway, I like the fact that there's still that freedom where they can be able to say this. Because imagine if all the things that the government do that they don't want us to know was never published in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had to pay it off all the time. Then there wouldn't have been freedom of expression. There wouldn't have been freedom of media at all. So the media are there to actually report what's happening.
Sometimes we are given what they want us to hear.
Of course.
Kuti amauza kuti izi zimene nakonza kuti anthu amve nde mwina kwankhani chama zoti izi zasazimve pano go publish this.
Well, if there are journalists that do this, that accept handouts for you to publish stories, don't do that. Do not do that. But today I'm talking about there's been the passport issue has been making headlines there. The passport drama has been making headlines. I think this whole week. I think we've had maybe
I think the whole of February.
Yeah, there's been back-to-back stories about the immigration and the passport issues. First it was, they're not printing passports anymore.
Ayamba.
And then the drama the system was hacked. Actually, the president in the forefront saying the system was hacked, which even raised a lot of questions. How was the system hacked? And they're saying, the hackers are asking some money, ransom.
In the system,
they know you need to pay this amount. That's
so
the story.
Boma was like, no, we're not giving you that money. Until now, no sobano the data
has been lost. But before the data has been lost, I think there's been some leakage of information here and there in regarding to what is really happening. You know? And who was involved in handling this system in the first place, and ABCD, which now it comes to data being lost, and we're like, how is data lost?
I mean, I say, yet as we have said, like the whole of February, we've been talking about this issue, immigration, and it's sad when we have like some other opportunities, which we'll talk about it. But it was in January, I saw print my passport. My passport sa printed.
Actually, from last year, not just January.
Last year, my passport sa printed. There's system failure. So a lot of times in how they don't come openly in the first place. If I think it was maybe something that maybe we can work on it. What is happening? That is why I'm abisa. They're like, we'll get back to the printing, but nobody's just a system failure and all that. Kenako, what did we hear? Hacked.
Which is a movie, Nigerian movie.
It's becoming a movie.
Like Nigerian movie. And also, what I think out of all this, I'm thinking like, like, why are you telling us this different kind of information? You're selling us a lie for us to believe when there's actually so many things happening in the background. Because if you know exactly what's happening, you'd rather even stay quiet, be silent until you actually gather all the information together. How do we say this news to the public of what's going on, instead of like coming today with another story, another day another story, another day another story? We are not kids.
Don't you think it's a government thing? Most of the times they don't come up with information at hand, like in the first place. amafuna kuti pabwere pakhale ma allegations and ma allegations ajaso akhale kuti afike pena pake kuti mwina wamkulu wina wake, mwina the opposition should speak about it in the media, mwina ka in parliament kena kono they should come out and respond. Think of nkhani ya labor export imene inayambira za ndege. Tinkangomva kuti kwabwera ndege anthu apita ku Israeli, anabwera aboma nkutani ndikususa ayi ndizaboza kena kona nkhumana kankhula parliament pali ndege tunena pano, and then they came with zona tikutumiza anthu kujani, tikutumiza anthu kuiza, and people like
so sketchy.
What's the problem? You know,
even like, why are you doing things in hiding?
You see,
come out, tell us what's going on.
You see,
if it's good development, we're not going to stop you.
Yes.
And this thing of the passports, you're just supposed to gather the information together. Media release emoji of what's going on.
This is what is happening. Because
hide what you can hide. Tell us what you can tell.
It's a matter of national security.
So are you telling me they were demanding ransom? It's so fake. It's so a lie. What really happened?
I think, okay, I don't know, bad.
Were they really hackers?
Nkhani yoti yapangidwa haki anatuuza president. Ananena ku parliament. Ujeni system yathu yapangidwa haki.
Oh, they thought if they tell us
and people they want money.
And
you know?
Believe.
And you know, anthu amene timakaikira ndainaka system. Which is technobrain, because they are the brains behind that system. Now, my systems ambiri amene timagwisa ntchito ku Malawi kunoko, they are not built by Malawians. A lot of systems that we have, like in the government systems, kuma ministries siyana, they are not systems that have been built by Malawians, that have been developed by Malawians. But does it mean we don't have people that can do that here?
I think we do.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. We do have a lot of technicians, a lot of IT gurus, a lot of experts, people that have started their own IT companies right here in Malawi. They are developing right here in Malawi. They are going even out there. Like kumapeza zodi akupanga set up like companies in the neighboring countries, which means other people somewhere, they have trusted them, they can do the job, okay? So we're talking about the system that was built by some people, technobrain. People, they came, they developed that system. Another good is a system which, whenever said, now, and to test whatever the agreement and all that, but you have to give us a system. And press release we handed over everything. Because they were clearing their name, because it was being said in Magwalala mukunena kuti ndekuti nda technobrain amene akugwirizana ndi anthu ena amene ali mkati ali mu system ncholinga chonena kuti chani boma liyalipire ndalama. So they came out and they told us, no, we're not involved. If we are here, if they need any kind of assistance, we're gonna help them. But we are clean, like we are not involved in your drama.
It was handed over to the government, or there's another IT company that took over.
It has to be. I don't think it was handed over to another IT company, which might be local. I don't think it happened that way, because I feel like if it could have happened that way, it could have been more professional than how it is, Panoba. Because I think it was fully handed over. It was fully handed over to the immigration department. When they said, which I think on that, we can say kunena kuti mu government system ndikuona ngati, I'm sorry if this is wrong, koma ndikuona ngati nkhani ya capacity ndi vuto. Whenever said, because a lot of systems have been developed, a lot of systems are out there. You find kuti ma systems ajamwina they only work ainake amene anapanga develop akakhakuta alipo. When they leave the system in our own hands, we fail to manage it. We fail to progress with the system.
But whose problem is that? Don't you think the people that built the system, when they're handing it over, they need to train the other people being handed over to say, this is how it works, so that we don't have those problems? Doesn't
it come with a cost?
Well, they need to pay for it if they want a fully functional, successful system.
Because it means the government, has to say that. Kuti I think tikuona ngati kuti we should release you. Mwina munthawi imene mukutipasa support, we are paying less mwina 10 million pa mwezi. So we want to save that. So in saving that, bwanji muwaphunzise IT department athu, or mwina we can advertise this. We should have a local consultant amene iniyo mumpange train kuti azitipasa support. We can release you. You see, because that's how we build capacity. So I feel like mu system mwatumu, the capacity yoti iziendesa zinthu izizi mulibe. Nchifukwa chake mapesa zo system inabwera ainaka angozipanga distance and then bas everything it's in shamble kuti basi system ija sikutani yamba utipasa mavuto.
I just feel like all this has been handled recklessly.
It has.
It would have been handled in a better way.
Of course.
Everybody needs to have a passport. I guess we have to have a passport if we want to travel, and stuff like that. Different opportunities do arise from other different countries. So somebody would travel just be all they're losing on other opportunities just because they can't travel, which is one of the citizen rights to be able to own a passport for you to be able to access other services.
And with this news, the data is lost. What do you think is the complications?
I don't even know what is in
because what you have to understand is data imene yapitai, it means even if you amene tili kali ndi passport, data yathu yatani yapita. So the moment kuti bina passport yanga yatamawa, ikutamawa. Ndekuti if I go to the immigration on Tuesday to renew the passport, I'll have to start over again because mu system mulibe mu chinthu changa.
And the way that process is annoying.
Ndekuti at this point,
I don't even know
at this point, it means kuti ena so akozotengerapo mwai wolowa so mu system ndikukadzipangira create my passport. Since the system is down, we've lost that. We don't know who was in the system and who was not.
Ababa maina tasita kana bado kubanta last time panani na kuti namba ya kulilongwe.
You see?
There's going to be so much.
And it's going to be the best way to do it is to start over again. Man, that's a lot of billions to build up that system again. That's a lot of billions questions, which also, we will have to pay.
How do you not
with our taxes?
How do you not have a backup? Like, how do you not have a backup? Ngadi,
let's hope they have. At this point,
I hope they have.
Let's hope they have.
Starting all over, that's gonna be a lot of.
Ben, if you are committing to say, you are admitting to say, we have lost data. Is there any hope of backup?
I don't even know.
Because I think if there was a backup, maybe the communication.
We are working.
Yes, we are working with the system to have our the data in the backups maybe restored and all that. You see, so that it could have given us confidence. Yonena kuti information ijadu ilipo. Koma as it stands here, agudi data yatu yatani ya ruta ya pita.
This is sad development. There's always sad developments in this country. And it's only March.
It's only March. It's only March.
But we'll see. We'll keep on following because I'm very worried because I know my passport is expiring next year. So I know sooner or later I should go through this trouble.
What's your advice to the government? What is it they can do to get out of this hell they are in?
I feel like they need to handle some of these issues seriously. That's all I can say. Seriously. Yes, Palibe. Please handle this issue seriously. But we're gonna keep on following keen interest.
Of course.
To see how this story is gonna end. But and talking about Zama passport, it brings me back to Antwata Medumarumiza Israel. How are they gonna go to Israel and takufunika passport?
Where we need 100,000 people to go to Israel. System yatu ili down.
Which means these people need to wait.
Data yatu
are they gonna fly without passport?
Immigration yatu see who print our passport. My God.
I don't even know if
you're not Rosa Nindani Goma. If you
but I already said I think it's
somebody help us. Rosa Nindani. Let's be honest, my guy. Let's be honest. Okay? We've been crying, and there's a high rate of unemployment, poverty, chanchani avuta ku Malawi, a lot of youth is kupeza ntchito and all that. Now, there comes an opportunity. God is like, oh, my children, you've cried, and I've heard your cry. I'm bringing my child Israel to you. Israel should employ you. And look what Malawi is doing. Data lost at immigration. They're not able to print passport. How are you going to take this opportunity then? I mean... It's like you. I don't understand. Like I really don't understand. Like honestly. Honestly, I say I'm failing to understand. The only one time where we were supposed to bail ourselves from a certain problem, we find ourselves into another hell.
Maybe the system will be restored soon. And but we're
not talking about tomorrow.
And the worst thing is and over 4,000
anaimisa.
Yo, they are working on new protocols.
Yeah.
The system is down. And
you see?
What do you
so
want?
there are people already my passport are now kale. Yeah, now the agreement kusign agreement just kunateke kuti batch imene itikanaitumiza izipita amene ali ndi ma passport kale amene wali safe amene asala usapanga pa passport watizidikira timalize drama yathuyi.
I think with this problem now, I guess at this point they'll have no choice but to release those ones if they have to.
We have to let them go.
Or maybe fast forward the process so that the reason why they told them kuti musabite guy as the ones kuti they should be released while we wait for the fixing of this. So the whole printing of ndoti kusapanga printing my passport kosekuja nkani I think yojogera batali. The whole time it was because there's been all this issue going on.
They were
not
trying
really,
to sort it out and all that
Not really because the system was down. My passport
my paper lanata and here we are. You see? I say,
but do they owe you an explanation? Like the government doesn't give a shit.
Do they apologize? Like, we are here.
But you know how the government is supposed to be? They're supposed to be like our parents. When you as a child, you wait for your parents to give you guidance. You wait for your parents to raise you up and everything. Or communicate. That's how they're supposed to treat us. I think that's what government.
But is it supposed to be like that?
It's not supposed to be like that.
Because if you're trying to build a relationship, I think it goes both ways. If I wrong you as my parent, I need to come to you and be like, Mom, I messed up. Like, I know it's difficult for the parents or for the government to come down and be like, hey, my guys, you've messed up a big time. Like,
but imagine if
find a place in your heart to forgive.
Imagine if they can do that. That would be so nice. Imagine them coming, press briefing, Papa.
Yeah.
I do.
Amalawi nzanga.
Ifeyo talepera.
Ifeyo zintu tinazi endesa mwakuti koma sizinaende. Ndeti yesesa kuti endesa mutira mwina.
Data lost sikulepera. Walepera banga retrieve.
Yeah. Walepera banga retrieve. Nde yakukanika ya pulumuka no sobana.
That's a mess.
You can't access it. Oh God.
That's a mess.
Sirindi chiwanda chijaji cha ambu Yesu ana mpeza. Okay, like nkani amanena kuti the time that you are close to your breakthrough is the time that you lose everything.
Yes,
and then you are back to square one.
Do you think we're gonna breakthrough if almost breakthrough time?
Almost breakthrough time. Kuti at least to forex yamba kukwera and then boom. Tabwerera. We are back to square one. Like we are back to zero no sobano kuti tiambe no kupanga tisake ndalama tipange rebuild jani the system. That's where we are.
Yeah,
which is sad.
Most of the times Malawi problems just make me speechless.
Yeah.
Now I have nothing else to say. Because as much as I can whine about how bad all of this is, there's nothing much I can do except to complain. At the end of the day, it's still in their hands to control the system and what happens next.
Of course.
Or it's going to take us a year again to start having normal process of passports. It's all in their hands. That's what I'm saying. It's reckless handling of things because all of us are going to suffer over this. You know, our journeys to go somewhere else will be delayed over this. Opportunities will be lost over this. They don't know how much that also can affect different people. Not just as much as it's affecting them, yes, but there are so many people that...
Is it affecting them? I don't think so.
Nah, really. I wish I had 2 passports already.
Because I say, they could have come out open and be like, we failed you guys, like we failed you. It meant kuti director of immigration, like the boss, director general of immigration, he was resigning. Yeka. Without forcing him. Unfortunately, we are Malawi. The director general of immigration kandi command kaimati commissioner kaimati ndani amaena bwere poera
the Minister of Foreign Affairs akunenapo banji pa kanimini.
I think it falls under Homeland Security.
Not
it falls under Homeland Security. When maka immigration, I think Eugene, of course, they are partners. They have interest. Yeah, they have interest. What I'm trying to say is, anzatu zintu zikavuta, like they come openly and they say kunena kuti nchito tatani talepera nde ineyo mwaule mwanga I'm stepping down. Like people does that. So it could have meant kuti a director general kanda director general kanda commissioner immigration amaina tule pasudi ndo oka kena koso mwina andona so nawa asatire kuti ineyo I think pansi pa ulamuliro wanga izizi nde sizinaende bwino I'm stepping down. Mwina president mwina sana akatula pasudi ndo koma akanabwera kunena kuti Malawi anzanga ndalephera kumbali iyi nde mwina ndikusankhira na anthu ena onena kuti akuthandizani. You remember there was like a whole story akusankhidwa director general wawa amene aliko ku immigration because the guy is retired. Like he was retired, anangopita anakangotengedwa president anasankha ndikubwera kuti azapange head jan immigration, and the people were like complaining kuti akulu. This is something that has to do with like technology, like advancing technology. Don't we have like anthu ena akonena kuti achinyamata ako well advanced in the systems onena kuti they can go and head those kind of...
Are you saying that maybe the reason why all this has happened was also because the director was not young?
No, I'm not talking about that. You remember I always back up the antu hakulu, right? You remember nthawi chati nikakuza the name for the president I can't vote antu anyamata anjani.
On this position,
on this one
you wanted youngsters.
I wanted someone fresh. Like I wanted someone who is well advanced. I wanted someone who has the technical understanding of the industry.
And the problem with technology, it keeps changing.
Sinkhani
yokuti 19 chakuti
ndikapanga izizi.
And
you know,
consider ingura nakatenga munthu anawanga
retire.
Anasiya
and like you see, like the guy retired. No, sometimes
who can say no. I think you see,
despite that they've chosen.
Of course, komano omakauti mwina muntu wakukhulupirira.
Machances okanali
low. Then wosankha. One investment. So we have a lot of youngsters. We have a lot of youngsters that have done well and are continuing to do well in this tech industry that we could have entrusted on that position. But unfortunately, I am not the president. It cannot please me to appoint someone.
That's tough, guys. And because now we have a chance for 2005 to choose a new leader.
Yeah.
You guys have choices to choose a leader that you think can help you in some of these problems so that they are not a repetition of some of these problems. So you can don't say so I hope you make the right choices 2025.
Yeah.
We do not don't say to go on a minute in Zuguendera. Don't know what it Komano.
Sakafuna kuimira.
Nazo kuti oyamba panga campaign kuti azangobwera zatu zote ndipakuza nzoti ajayi koma ineyo.
Ndivotele ineyo.
Alisa zakandi passport yawo.
Komano, and talking about Zama voted the next presidency. MCP tingoti tonse alliance taonanso kuti there's kaphokoso kakuyamba you know kamafuna yatsa moto ndo ukanika kautsibe kamathokwira pang'ono moto ukanika kuyaka koma utsi ndino ndizimene zikuchitikano panopa ku tonse alliance. My understanding when they joined the party naliyo kuti mesa they were believing kuti akha 2 terms kuti wina iwe tsogola panga save matema awa ineso ndiso.
Was it 2 terms kapena 1 term? Could you go first term? One term, right? My
understanding.
Yeah.
So
I think it's what a lot of people know. Of course, it has never been out, like clearly, right?
No, he has.
It's not like the documents out.
Oh, not the documents. But
Chilima said it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chilima confirmed it.
Yeah, Anapanga agree on those kind of terms. And Dangona Pompa, excuse me, Dangona Pompa no kuti. I think one of the people from MCB.
No, the MCP, like the top committee in
Akumana. Kena kuyane naso kuta kumpanga endorse chakwela for 2025.
Yeah.
Which zvenduri ife tinamva zokuti kwina kwa second vice president sinangane onso nthawi yawo yathe.
Yeah, yoka vice president
utokha kawiri kokani mkono nawo sana vomera ndemwe nadakayambilira kaye panga tizikukani
ngasena olonduna sana.
No you
ntayambilira iwo
baba if they do this to him he's done. He's done. The only position he can, it's only president and nothing.
Yeah,
because he cannot go back and be a minister. He cannot go back and do, I don't even know what other position he can be. That's the end.
Azango bida kaya kunja akakala ambassador, akakala president, His Excellency representing.
So I hope maybe our vice president would have given the first chance. Knowing you so good background analigala ya vice president.
Analigudi aguziriaza.
Ndada kasi ya udumina sogole ye ruoneka ulamlilo enda banji. Because this one would have still had 2 lives. 2, 3, even 4 lives.
Of course.
For him. But now sunzo tisienda banji koma like we just said kuti ndiga mpekesera jabe.
Of course. It's I mean it's been out there. It hasn't been clear even from the first day, like to be honest. You know, even from the day that the Tonse Alliance government came into power. Most of the times, even MCP Agamana and Kula, like when they are addressing, it's always the MCP government. Sometimes they have to be reminded that it's Tonse government. It's Tonse government. You know, Tonse Sichulidwa. And even the UTM ainake oka so amaziziwa kuti akumarefeo sitima werengedwa kuchipongozi.
UTM unde atezi.
No, they've been running it up and down. Mapangati misonkhano malandira anthu and the right. Yeah, they've been on the ground.
Oh, but I still, despite that's going on, I still haven't been seeing much of them doing anything.
Of course.
I feel like they're so quiet.
Do you think they still have a hope in the alliance or what? Kabena,
I feel like how talking from someone that was fully invested during that.
Yeah.
Not me, I'm saying a friend.
All right.
Yeah, from his experience. I was just trying to ask what happened.
Yeah.
So he told me this, like he joined UTM that time because he was believing in the change. He was tired of DPP that
whatever
time.
DPP was doing.
Yeah, so he wanted somebody else who's gonna actually come and do something new. We have hope for him to say whatever that is saying. He's actually a leader that can actually lead us in this very moment. We need somebody.
Him.
So he was the only person that was standing out in that time to say. I think that was before Chakwera. That was before Chakwera came out like that strongly as a president and stuff. So. He had this belief to say, let's not join, you know, full support, UTM. And then, abanga UTM, I know not pops also Zajebela. Sanga imeba oka. I join MCP, good is into the end of okay, tabanga be support. Siton sebe to kufuna kusinta change. I think after that UTM lost power, so everybody that was so strong UTM they didn't really have so much power anymore because MCV overpowered most of them. So my position ibambi abwina mapita bekwambira anti MCV wa janjani UTM webe apo ndi apo anaponyeleedwa komani a lot of people were lost. Like they were not given those opportunities anymore. They were promised they would be given. So that's when I was like, they have no hope again. So to say they believe in UTM. So
they no longer believe in UTM.
I think they still believe in the whatever dream that Chilima had that time. They still believe in that, but it's just this now where if their leader, it's like the leader surrendered to say, you know, anazigonjesa kuti ine jabuna nseme bandeka koma ndikhale ndini. So now it's like now also they wanted a leader that will stand by them. So now they lost their leader and then now as abanga follow ndani.
Okay.
So I think it was in that kind of context. So in this sense, it's just more like I don't know.
So Abusa, like the president, the president and the president wa UTM, which is Chilima.
Yes.
Like anabwera pamozi ndokambirana. And it's so unfortunate kunena kuti anthu ajankakambirana kumbali zinizoti ife ngati Malawi. You know, because those agreements, we were supposed to be like having information because it was about leading us. Also leading their own households here. Okay? So anthu ajanapigwirizana zoti sogolera ifeyo. Good, okay? Friend, I'm doing this first five years. Okay? So after that, it's allegedly said that it's commonly said they agreed, even because I think Chilima said tagwirizana nena kuti apa asogola ndani asogola chakwera kenako ine ndizabwera pakenako siti kuzoza kuti kenako wakanali wa 10 years kanali wa 5 years ananena kuti 5 years
first term
second term ndizabwerano ineyo. Okay. And now it's sad to hear kunena kuti panopa anthu achipani cha MCP, they are endorsing a president when there is a whole agreement. You see?
Because it can be good. These two leaders, they're actually in acceptance to say that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because MCP sikudaonena kuti achakwera khale mtsogoleri wa dziko iyayi. They are endorsing him for MCP presidency. Right? Now, mwina atiuze kunena kuti it means kuti alliance yatha. Ndekuti agreement just yatani ababa yatha. Amene sana nthawi yake 10 yake sinakwane zake. Because if you are endorsing someone knowing kuti you are a team and you need to have one president, and in that team, by any chance, your president is not supposed to be leading the team.
No, but I guess in this sense, and if I'm getting it right from the explanation, if this is what they mean, Gudi, from MCP, they still want their president to be Chakwera.
Yes,
as
party president.
Yes, party president. But in case they do Tonse Alliance again, maybe Chilima is still going to lead under Tonse Alliance. By MCP, right? Their president is still MC, because there's no way they should endorse somebody else.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if that's what they mean, then we're just going to wait patiently to see
Yes.
So
Gugu abanga sort out MCP,
Yes.
Because as a party, the party has its own structure,
yes.
Ima pita kujani ku convention, ama kasanka convention kujaina ama bixana for president, so they have endorsed the president, Kuti ifeo president watu kujipani kuno ndiawa.
And that's fine.
UTM muso nawa kwena kumani.
Endorse president wao.
President wao. Kena kono
tiwela kwa president,
you know, tumanungadiripo.
Don't say alliance, ngadiku biti lila saving us. Iwo abanga endorse ndani as the president of Tonse Alliance. But then hypothetical thinking, imagine if Chilima could go back to DPP as a president.
DPP again.
It was politicians.
Everything is possible in politics, but not that.
Nina, this is the only chance Peter is gonna come down to say, okay, it's fine. I won't be president anymore. Let this young man lead.
The problem is, if they are trying to ditch Chilima, kuda wabwereze temu, right? Ndofira ngati Chilima will fight hard kuti onsasala mulire.
The chances of that.
The way I feel.
If this is gonna happen,
there's gonna be drama, guys. From this month going forward, kukala drama.
Literally, and kunena from neutral point adaja nazijebesa
kwambiri
being muntu ora nakaba vice president the only position yeye amabanga
inali president
mods bas koma analola muntu oti sanakhale kunduna sanakhale ko yani
woti kwa yeyo kukhala vice president zikanakhala okay.
It's a step up.
Chifukwa it was step up from being opposition leader to a vice president. It was okay, right? Gomano for him could have already served as like a vice president. So I don't know.
I'm not new to this.
Yeah. and then later apezeka kuti akupanga
Wampanga
of course
chibongo.
anthu amabwera ndi ija milandu yanchani komano ya milandu ija ndofira ngati kuti it's easy mwina kuidefender because he is linked Chilima amati is linked ndi achina Sata the same Sata which is the current government is giving him deals
which means
like,
kuti paliso wina wake
Sata ndo akilini kapena onsewa sali
I don't think
yes
ziminandu ijengero musokonezatu kuti makuti all these guys have issues they have all ma political ma corruption cases are also they're in question
sana chotselula mulo lichangati aza chotsoli president
most of them they're also in question so that is not fair to say kuti for that issue imene tori wenesa akudziwa ili kukhoti kuti ndoti he has no power to rule again. I feel like he still can. But then my thinking is, what if he had still maintained to be alone, to stand alone for UTM that time? Do you really think he would have made it that time?
This time it was
no
straight.
that time mene kunali kuti DPP was there
after masankho yambirira
mene anali yekha kuti anangosegula chipane cha UTM. Do you think that time he would have made it?
No,
or it was a wise decision
akanaluza
ida kawina DPP or MCP?
not MCP kana wina
That
but
time?
then komana MCP kuwina nthawi imene ijayo ndikukalanya mmene zakhalira
Yeah.
Chilima uja amabwera
straight.
akanakhawa outside
alliance
koma alliance ndi imene impwetekesha
chifukwa already
only
technically
hope ifeyo ndere ikanakhala
technically if you ask me technically I tell you kuti he is in you see technically I will tell you kuti he is in whatever the mess that we are going through he is in he's part of the government so it's difficult now. Ababa, let's see.
Okay, if he can say he will stand alone as UTM president, do you think he has a chance?
No.
Against MCP
no.
And against Peter?
No.
Like how it was supposed to be done.
What will happen
on our previous
make it when it happens kuti because we want 50+1 right? So tiregeze kuti awawa alliance yatha going to the elections alliance yatha MCP payoka UTM payoka achina PP aja chanchani kamwina PP isala komweku and all that right? What it means is aliyesa azapita yekha and aliyesa akazapita yekha zikutanthauza unena kuti akuti amene sazapeza 50+ right? Ndikuti tidzavotaso and ndipo zavotaso akuti kulibe kuma alliance anena choncho ameke aliyesa azapita amene atane
ikazalephera
50+1
okay ndeti yachiwiri izakhano kuti amene utsogola
I think ndekuti mwina
kufa kuizaso 50+1 zozo sinapangeso like
yeah
yeso wapeza
I think mwina pakwenda pakhale solution ena kuti kaya mwina azapikisana number 1 ndi number 2 kuti we should all vote without kunena kuti awaphatikizana ndi awa ayi papepa lasipazakhala kuti uyu waphatikizana ndi uyu ndekuti amene ali pa number 1 ndi pa number 2 ndi amene awapikisana the rest mukwena mungosankha mbali ukuku amene akusangalasani kaya mukambirana kumbali koma it should not be on paper.
I think yeah, 1-on-1 let's not rule out Eugene if the fact kuti
atagawana
Adaja can come back.
Udakoza.
It's about what he's saying.
Do you know the most
but okay aliyesa ali ndi masapota ake
if inatabwera muja anale kuti ineyo I was actually paralyzed muboma la DPP. I wasn't working. It was our ambassador president. So even this time around it means ngati yes akupanga perform it's because chakwera sakumpasa zinchiro bwana ake ndi chakwera basi samakatenga nchiro kwa
sangango yamba
kungodzuka ndikupita kwakuti waziziwa
baba mene
baba atabwera
atuzaso zeze
and atabwetsano zinthu zina zimene ife siti
kuzidziwa tikopekaso.
What I don't like is Chilima amakhala zi kwambiri like we barely see him say anything.
It's a good thing sometimes because
it's good. It's good because now you see we are all just assuming to say what if he moves like this, what akampanga jakuti atha kupanga jani, we don't know how he's moving or like what is he thinking he's gonna do, you know,
something good.
So it's quite interesting. I like how he just keep himself composed despite whatever chaos that's happening. He just keep himself composed. But then like zimena nina kuti poti madita zamaita kumupasa ngatana kuti tieni ndi kuti pita limodzi apita nawo ngata papa mene zachitikira kumkhuta kuta there are floods anthu timafuna mvula mvula yabwera, and then we ended up having floods in Kotakondadwanga side. You know how those people are affected. Them Africa kuti anthu government ipite kaendele, ikaone kuti athandiza bwanji, atumize ma relief, kumene kuja kuti anthu amene apangidwa affected. Neso ngati iye atakhala khudzidwa ya mtundu wanji. Sizotanga ngonyamuka kuti.
Okay, kumano Mesa, there is a full office of vice president.
Of course.
Yeah?
Ali ndi majite zawo.
Which I think kukanthunga tumene kwakhoza maonekera. That's why amakaone.
Wait, Mesa office ya vice president yo imagwira under the vice president. And the vice president amagwira under the president. So it's all about the channel. Kwina umadzisa angafike ngati mwatseka pamita. Zingati ukatsekula tabu yakushawa. Wakatseka pamita, you know? I don't think
is kuti kulibe china chake choti azichita if he is not given.
I feel like second in command.
If it's like that, that's an irrelevant position.
Second in command position,
isn't it?
Yeah. Second in command position, ndiovuta. Chifukwa chokuti when sometimes you're doing too much as a second person, umakanga dudu you're overshadowing now the president. Kuti you're shining than him when you're doing too much. That's why most of the times you just have to wait for an order.
And
takanika kupita kwa kutipira nikonekele ni nuru ife poti tukupanga zakuti.
And unfortunate part being kuti you are the second in command, koma uli ndi chipani chako. Bola ukakhala unena kuti ndiye wachipani chomwecho. Mwina madrama sajuluka like
papa bezela abanga lead maujina awili abanga lead anthu awu kwa MC abanga so lead anthu ake UTM ukha abina abanga za UTM uzoka
okay nde ukolo kumwina kuma floods kusangapite akwenera uzidwe.
No, I think last time ankapanga kwambiri because he was the minister of natural disasters and whatever. DPP. So he was more into that. Amagira sunchiro ngati nduna. So despite kuti sakupita ngati vice president, koma amapita ngati nduna. So this time around nduna sinduna.
Just vice president.
Yeah, just a vice president. So I don't think he would be much involved.
Tough.
Yeah,
okay. So we're praying for rains and then mvula
yagwa so excessively.
Mapempero watu wangu yangidwa mbali moja.
Waduka sinu kuzozori anthu ndikuti akuzungulira toti anthu amene amaini mabwera kulongwe kuno using Salima Road akudusano nde kuti zuzu.
Yeah.
Kuti abwere mbali
because yeah, of course, but sometimes you kakuti seuja waonongeka like that. Kuma pamakhala ka emergency kana kamene roads authority imapanga. Like they always come through mwachangu changu.
Amatenga kukathumba kachaka.
Kachaka kakumafuta kacha.
Kama durukia chito zake no simagwira tanga dimene.
You see, so okay, the interesting part that I found in this flood thing, I think kumalawi kunoko zinzambiri timakonda uzilowesa ndale, like timalowesa ndale like in everything. So when there is such ujene, such disaster yachitika, like maso amakhala pa boma nthawi zambiri because sinanka mwina wake wa anthu ndi boma. So like everyone amakauta akuyangana looking forward to the government. Okay, what will be the government response on this? How is the government going to respond on that? So we saw kuti after zinthu zachitika, I think ma floods ajanavuta kwambiri was it Thursday if not Thursday 28 kapena pa 29 masiku amene ma floods anavuta kwambiri kuti Wednesday kuti anthu amachoka manyumba mwawo. Like I saw pictures of like dwangwa yoti yonse ilijani ili mazi like yonse, which was so devastating. So like the same day the government through Department of Disaster, you know, ndi mene nabwera no through they came through nkumagawa zokuja like rescuing people through my helicopters and all that nkufika kuti mwina I think by panopa tikumva kuti ati ndi mozi amene wamwalira, which I find it kuti is it true
after, I think kuti adakayangana
after I think nthawi zambiri anthu amakhala akwiririka and all that. So the figures that we give kwambiri amakhala kuti they are not realistic. So panopa kuti ndi munthu mmozi amene wamwalira but several injuries and all that. And the government through the Department of Disaster has been on the ground. Now, pamene manena kuti people try to politicize zinthu ngati izizi. Leader of opposition now also apita ukaonekera pachani. Ukaonekera pa ground. Like ngati leader of opposition. So ulindo mene ujomalandira ndalama choka mboma. Like you've ama kind of benefits. like amakhala kuendera chigamulo chopuma and all that, like it ndi mpando ndithu. So ma travels ako amakhala kuti they are controlled by the journey, by the public funds. So apita mene kuja kwaonekera pa ground and all that. So amalankhula nena kuti ati ndiokhumudwa kuti boma sili kuchita china chilichonse kuti lithandize anthu. And the point imene anapereka kuti akuti chani kulibe nduna ina iliyonse imene yafikako. So I'm like, wait a minute, nduna yo ikha kuti kupita in what capacity? Kuti poti ndine nduna ya boma ndipite kapena zikwenda zitani?
Yeah, popodi iwo alikale mboma. Iwo ndi mboma be koma mwina ali mboma mukoma kulamulano ujenina akuyimira entity ina ya opposition koma nawo sali mboma. So
komaso Department of Disaster ndi boma. That's imene yoyo ntchito yawo amene yo Minister of Finance si ntchito yake kuti apite pa ground kumalo kuti kwachitika ma floods.
I get it. I think amangofuna kuyipisa mbili ya boma ngati kuti sina pangepo chinthu ever since the disaster happened.
You see?
But in the sense that something has been done. Koma chifukwa osakafikako afuna no ipangise ngati kuti boma sina pangepo.
Wina alesa akwenera akafikeko kuti tionese kuti kuzika kapena.
I think that's just a political language. But I think that's just a political language.
That's how it has been always.
We don't have Panoba in the Department of Disaster. Kulibe ministry, I think. We only have Department of Disaster. So ndimene tunena kuti inatulusa maripoti yapita pa ground ikugawa zinthu and all that. That's the government through its system kulowedera kuti to help anthu ngati amene achawo. So when you stand up and say kuti the government sikuchitapo chilichonse chifukwa palibe nduna imene ndayiona kunoko, nduna watu walizi mwazikatani akapita kumene kuchako akatani Ministry of Finance akatani there are people that are there kuti azithandiza ntchito ngati zimene ziya disaster ali ndi ndalama. Chifukwa wina wake amene ndi wawo nduna osiyana ngati apita amene jendeta akungononga ndalama zake zathu. I mean, he's advancing their own agendas.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a political language. I just wanted to shake the government up to say maybe it's either they should add up more work so that people are helped sooner or later. Because obviously, akamamba kumva kuti government bwana si kuthandiza ayambapo kale throwing.
Apyantima boma sili kuti samara.
Ayamba kunena zinthu zindi. I think mina kuyankha kumene kunali kongopangisa kuti government yochilibe mina more than what they're already doing. Maybe that's what I can say. Because I don't know.
A strong opposition imene amaifuna imene akumulandira ujeni ndani na nkhumwa ndi imene iye kuti adzilankhula zinthu ngazivezi nde tiziti we have a strong opposition. That's not being strong. I mean, because you have to be realistic and then see exactly what is happening on the ground. So, opposition sizikutanthauza kuti kumangolankhulapo china chilichonse ayi. The way I understand because you are helping
iwo sakatana sieni manduna wapite ngati mona kuti manduna ndamene kupita. What are you doing there? Iniyo mapitisako ino mnakangoniera kapita mapita suthandizo lina like
nduna yapita akatani apite anduna amene zikuakhuza ngati akupita anduna mwina azamazi akakhala akupanga ma directives kunena kuti mapaipi amadzi aonongeka tikupempha kaya a Northern Region Water Board mukonze mapaipi awawa anthu ayambe kumwa madzi like anytime soon. Ndiye kuti what Department of Disaster ujakuonesesa kuti anthu aja kaya asamusidwa, they've been relocated to schools, they've been relocated kaya to matents, they have improvised malo ngati amene chakudya, they are sourcing like funds, they are sourcing chithandizo chosiyana-siyana. People are being helped in that disaster. Osangoti kungobwera basi kumangosusa zina zilizonse. My guy.
Anyway, that is what we always discuss here by emergency meeting panel. Tazos I think it's my joke and Tima Atuli Mwamba Chipajawuri. Pamale Bano Santima and Zambili. When we can only express ourselves towards how we feel about it. Hoping there can be more action. Yeah, there will be change. The least we can at least
all we want is change. Because I see no changes. Wake up in the morning.
I see no changes. We hope things change. And since I've heard Goody, there's
an outbreak.
Let me just read that because I don't know how to pronounce this. I hope I'm pronouncing right. There's a conjunctivitis outbreak out there. So I hope you guys keep safe ma sanitizer ja sungani nditu buy your own sanitizers because adi antu musio banga shake hands because it's also transferred through germs just like how covid was komano this one affect the eyes.
Is it not kuti covid yabweraso koma we situ kuzidwa chilungamo
komano covid yabwerano kuzati banga affect maso because this one I would the side.
Yeah, of course. But if you look at the measures, the preventing measures, they are like almost the same in the year COVID. So in here I was like,
you think COVID is
can
bad?
You just come out open? Because the last time I checked, you've never come out open and tell us straight about the situation. Like you always
hide. So hide. But we ask you, please, when it matters of national health, please let us know. Ngadili COVID, let us know. Because you remember that time when we were talking about the cholera issues, there were also some minor rumors. So if you know it's COVID, do not speak to us direct. Don't go through around the corner. Speak to us direct. Come if it's conjunctivitis. I hope you guys stay safe. Make sure you sanitize and keep your distance. So someone go bang a handshake. You can send kisses from afar so that they believe you're still sending them love. I know when to show them love in a different way. Come not handshake or hugs. I think that's too close. Then
Conjunctivitis.
So make sure you stay safe. We want you guys to be here same time, same place.
Of course.
And it was lovely having you guys.
Yeah, gosh, man. I mean, panopa munomo matenda kwambiri. Like munomo, it's where we're talking issues. It's where we trying to help. Kuti ichichi bwina chitachitika mwantundu. Ichichi bwanji tinakapanga vuto ili bwanji tinakalikonza chonchi. Kuti at the end of the day, tikhale kuti tabanga china chake, and we are going forward as a nation. Dziko lathu, we are making this place a better place for everyone. Like not for the few individuals that are out there enjoying the goodness of this nation. Komano, ngati tiri kukenani, muli nkaka ndi uchi, ukhale kuti upanga flow kwa wina aliyese.
Tiri kupanda.
Bagamoyo.
But anyway, it was lovely having you guys tuning in to watch Podcast Malawi. Until next time. Keep watching.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
I'd be safe.
Sanitize.
Yeah, sanitize. Avoid what?
Hugs.
Conjunctivitis.
Yeah.
Guys. Simple.
Podcastmalawi.
Like,
subscribe, follow. Yeah. Goodbye, guys.